But as a man, some of the things that you said, Tyrese, deserve me to box your mouth.
Do you know how lame you gotta be to say something like that? Is y'all ready to talk about it? Child, let's juice.
Come on, Blaze.
It's the beef for me.
For your guy, for your B-O-Y. Drop it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Do it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Come on, baby, we are.
What's up, y'all? It's your girl Voodoo Doll TV back with a quick little joke or whatever the case may be. And girl, today we unfortunately are josing DJ Light Skin Envy. And I wonder to myself all the time, why would he name himself DJ Envy when it seems as if nobody in America that I've seen has ever envied him? I mean, I'm just saying, he's just so lame. You know, that's just, I be thinking with my second mind, because, I got 3 eyes, 3 ears, and 2 minds, So when I be thinking with my second mind be talking to my first mind, and my first mind be like, yeah, you sound about right, second mind. So second mind kind of take over. And that's what happens in these type of situations. Now, in case y'all haven't heard, I'm saying in case, I'm sorry, y'all haven't heard, DJ Envy and Charlemagne, Nobody's God, had Tyrese, they had him up there at the Breakfast Club. Oh, they had Jess Unhilarious up there too, but we not getting in her. Not today. Not today, Satan. Listen. So they invited Tyrese up there to do an interview. Now, what we didn't know, the people didn't know that Tyrese had beef with not only DJ Envy, but also Charlemagne, somebody else's God, So Tyrese gets up there to clear the air. He wants to basically have an interview because he hadn't seen the guys in a while. And apparently, way back in a gap, when DJ Envy wife was getting ready to leave him and he had to get on the radio and start crying, video coming soon. But guess who is the reason why DJ Envy had to doggone get on the interview on the radio, on the worldwide wave of radio, and apologize for or about? Get her up here. Erica! See, I don't even be trying to drag Erica in some shit, but somehow Erica just falls into shit. And oh, by the way, when I drag DJ Envy in another video, because I'm going to drag him in this one too, but I'm going to drag him for the apology he did 10 years ago for sleeping with Erica. After I drag him, gots to know I'm going to do another video on Erica. Erica is going to do it. What's up? But anyway, yeah, so DJ Envy decided to invite the boy Tyrese up there for an interview because he hadn't been up there in years. And we found out that they used to be cool. And when DJ Envy wife was about to leave him and he got up there crying his clear tears, because he looked like he got a lot of clear in him, in the near like family, like great grandma, no, not even great grandma, regular grandma, But guess who came to the aid and helped save their marriage? Tyrese. But the problem is, when Tyrese needed them to be at his marriage and for the saving, guess what? DJ Envy, Charlemagne, the unbody's God or somebody else's God wasn't there to go see what's going on. So nevertheless, apparently when he was doing all that crying and acting crazy, he was going through a psych issue. Like he was having a psychology or psychotic break, maybe. I don't know. I do have a degree in psychology, so let me put that hat on. Hold on. Skirt. So yes, let me speak to you like an intelligent person. So basically, what it sounds to me like is that Tyrese basically must have went through a psychotic break. Maybe he had to stay at a hospital or something of some sort. Nevertheless, whatever it was that happened to him that caused him to have the psychotic break, which could be a range of things, from divorce, from the stress of the industry, from the stress of finances, from child support. It could be a whole slew of things, but whatever it was, it caused the doctors to have to prescribe Tyrese with some sort of medication. Now, I'm not sure what the medication was. I did not listen to that actual name of the medication, but it will be mentioned here in the video. But ultimately, He was prescribed some medication that he said made him feel worse. He's a very sober guy. He never ever drinks or smokes. He said he only smokes hookah, but normally he doesn't take anything. And persons like Tyrese, who's normally on a natural high when they take any type of sedative or any type of drug, whether it be legal or illegal, it tends to make them go off their rocker. Now, let me take the psychology head off. Bitch, so they had said Tyrese was calling them people, cursing them hoes out, envy out his mammy, his grandmammy, and his greedy great-grandmammy. I'm lying, he ain't say all that, but they said he had said something negative toward, what's that boy name? DJ Envy wife. But my thing is DJ Envy, and I'm gonna let y'all hear the video. But my thing is, DJ Envy, I'm calling Cap. And let me tell you why I'm calling Cap. Because you always want to turn up on somebody when they say something disrespectful about your wife. I'm going to crash out about my wife. And da-da-da-da-da-da. But you's a bitch. I mean, can we talk? But not yet, though. I'm going to let y'all hear the video. And then I'm going to come back and tell y'all what I think, how I feel about the situation. Because DJ Envy showed his card that he's a real light-skinned, yellow-back, bitch ass knuckle. Let me let y'all hear it.
No, I'm new to Breakfast Club. I don't know what's going on. What happened?
I'll explain it.
Yeah. All right.
Was going through a hard time. Cheated on my wife. My wife wanted to get a divorce. Charlamagne talked me into apologizing on the radio and calling her live.
That
okay,
was not
Martin
Charlamagne.
Lawrence, what the hell? Why would you ever?
That didn't happen.
Bad idea.
What?
But it was a good idea. I'm going to tell you why. Bad idea because I put my business on the radio.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Right? Tyrese happened to be in town and heard some of the things that were going on. So Tyrese called to check on me and see what was going on. I was going through it. And instead of just checking and keeping it moving, he stayed on top of it. To the point where he became the therapist.
Yeah.
The mediator,
right?
The person in between,
right? The reason that you are with your wife today,
right?
Still
part of that reason, correct? Absolutely. So he was in there, being that person in the middle of it. So he was the one where he was explaining and talking, because sometimes during those type of situations, wife didn't want to hear from me. My wife didn't want to hear from me.
Absolutely not.
But you know, she was hearing from Tyrese from a different side.
And he's saying,
"Can I finish my story?"
Oh.
So anyway. Tyrese called and said, "Hey, this is what I want you to do. Get a dinner, book a private room at your house. I'm going to be there. You and your wife have a dinner, and I'm going to come in and I'm going to sing Stay, which is my favorite Tyrese song.
Classic record.
Oh my God.
Classic record.
Right? And he had a violinist, and he came and they sang Stay, and you know, he sat down there with us for dinner and spoke to us and guided us through as far as he could our relationship, and you know, we had to go through other steps.
And then, with all of that, Tyrese still got to beg Envy to play his record.
And then the thing is, and then y'all treat him like this when he comes here.
Yeah.
I'm sorry,
Well,
Ty.
no, before I even got here, that's the whole thing. What Charlamagne just said is true. I don't feel, and you got to keep in mind, I look at it as heavenly deposits. When you do things for people and you're not saying, I'm gonna do this because I want this out of it.
Right.
Like, the most uncomfortable part of my day thus far is just listening to Envy tell that story.
Oh, why? Why is
because
that uncomfortable?
I didn't do it to be
to be praised
for it.
about it.
I didn't do it because I knew that they was gonna write their book together about it or be doing interviews about it. It was literally an assignment. So crazy that even before I came here to sing at this restaurant, we were already on the phone for at least 2 months. I didn't hear your interview.
I never even heard anybody say that before. We was on the phone for 2 months.
We was on the phone for 2 straight months because I never heard your interview from New York. That happened for me for LA.
Oh, from LA.
Yeah, because when you announced it, it went viral. So I was able to hear the apology on the gram. So that's when I reached out to you. And then this is something I've never told you. You remember when I said, hey man, make arrangements to get the whole house clean, the housekeeper. And then I said, I'm gonna set up the room, come meet me here. And we organized all of that. I text you and I was like, yo man, I'm on my way to New York. I got a bunch of interviews and meetings and label. I gotta go run in the label, go this and that. That was all a lie. I flew in town just for you and your wife.
Oh wow.
So
And you don't play his records.
no,
It's not about his records.
I don't need my records played.
Yeah.
But I will say this.
But this is the part that I don't appreciate about Envy. Is when Tyrese divorce comes across your headline. When the captions associated to the things that come across your desk. Where's that same heart and love that I extended to you that you could extend to me, instead of it just being paper pushing and this is what Tyrese is on the gram again.
That's
and
exactly
then
what
it's
he
like,
do.
okay, that's expected. No, it's all right. This is my brother.
Well, Envy can't sing though.
No,
he
Envy
can't.
never
Yo,
does
shut
it
up,
though.
man. Why is everything a
He
joke to you,
does
man?
that.
I'm not joking.
Why is everything
Yeah,
serious?
that I requested for him to do. I never stepped in, and God never used me to step in when this man's marriage was potentially on the brink.
I'm gonna tell you why. It's kind of like when a preacher tells you something in church, right? And the preacher tells you what you need to do to be better. Then you look at the preacher's life and you say, how do you teach me something that you're not doing? I don't respect the preacher anymore.
Oh shit.
I respect the message and how it came. But you know what I've been through, and you know how I changed as a man and as a person. And you were there for it. You was a brother for it. But then when I look at my brother and saying what he's telling me to do and how he's telling me to live, he's not living that way, I don't respect it.
How do we know that though?
But I'm gonna tell you why, because
because
and these are the things that we've seen, and not only in private, because
Let's
things
see.
that we know in private, but it's also things that I see in public.
Okay.
Me and my wife are good, right?
Hold on, I gotta respond to that.
Let me give examples first, so you understand where I'm coming from.
but
Because if
hold
you don't
on.
know where I'm coming from, you're just gonna pull things out
No,
the blue.
I'm not gonna pull
Okay, go ahead,
anything
go.
out the blue. I'm gonna respond to what you just said. First of all, to arrive at an opinion of what I'm doing versus what I'm not doing is based on public consumption. I never made a decision, or God never used me to make a decision about your life based on what was being reported on public consumption. What I know about you, what I know about what you did, what I ultimately knew about what your wife was feeling and carrying, and what y'all were in the process of, you couldn't read none of that online. I got that information from the outreach. So whatever feelings you have about me and what I should be or shouldn't be doing pertaining to my approach with how I'm unraveling and bleeding out loud in the middle of my thing, that would have actually been the reason to call.
No, and I did have conversations with you, and this is from before your ex-wife, when you were talking to the girl out overseas and who you were as a man. I didn't respect that. And then when we talk on these private chats and has nothing to do with the public, just having to do with who you were and how you speak and how you talk about the people next to you, I didn't respect it. To the point where I blocked you on my chat because I didn't want to see Tyrese as that. That's not the man that was my brother.
Let's shoot bail, because I think this is a great conversation, because I think it's a lot of miscommunication between all of us, right? And you were going through a lot back then, because you admitted that to me. Because when me and you had words.
Are we talking about psych med?
Yeah. That's when you was on the psych
It's a little
med.
bit of everything.
He was on the psych meds then, because you said you don't even
So
remember
he
a lot of
hasn't-
the stuff you were saying. Though.
I don't.
Yeah.
I don't at all. So just like when you get drunk, do you hold your boy to what he's saying while he's drunk?
No, I never held that against you.
Okay. Do you hold anybody to anything that they're doing when you know that this is their usual self? They were drunk, they were out of their mind, and they end up saying and doing some shit that hurt my feelings, that was offensive, that made me feel a way. But I know that characteristically, that's not who this man is.
Well, yeah,
See,
I
the
agree.
difference is, I honestly don't know what psych meds you were on or who you
You
were
do
during
know,
that point.
'cause y'all
I don't know.
reported it.
I don't know.
It's
I
called
don't know.
Rick Solti. It fucked me
I
up.
don't know. I never had a conversation with you because I never wanted to see you like that. The person who spoke to me on these texts, spoke to my wife during that time at the text, I didn't like that. And I wanted to remember Tyrese as a person that was my brother and helped my relationship, not the Tyrese that I was going through. So I took a step back from
So you got
until
the
we had a
text
conversation.
messages of the psych med, Tyrese?
He did. That's
Oh,
what it
you
was.
crazy? Charlamagne told you to suck his dick before on that message.
Because you was talking crazy.
Whoa.
You know that. We had this
Hey,
conversation already.
guys.
But he literally said,
I don't-
he said,
but
I don't remember any of that.
I don't remember what I said
And I
that
believe
made
you.
you say that
But
or
to this
made
point,
you feel that way.
But to this point, I took a step back because I didn't know what you were going through, and I tried to talk to you, and I seen who you were, and I didn't even like who you were online. And to my point, I tried. And when I seen how you were talking this way, I said, I'm going to take a step back.
And you know, when me and
How
Tyrese had a
convenient.
How convenient? Yeah, how convenient. Yeah, when the way you were talking, the way that you were.
How convenient to step back.
What you mean?
I never stepped back from you.
From you.
It's right.
You should have
But I never
up.
talked to your wife in a disrespectful manner. And you talked to mine in a disrespectful manner. And I
Oh.
never told nobody that.
If
Even
I've
when
ever
you were
talked-
on, and you could say you were on those psych meds, and you could say that you weren't.
What you mean?
But as a man, some of the things that you said, Tyrese, deserved me to box your mouth.
Whoa,
and I
whoa,
didn't.
whoa,
No,
whoa,
no.
whoa, wait,
No,
I'm missing something here.
No,
Let's
we were talking because
it's
this is
good.
something
I'm
that I
good
never
with
wanted to
this.
say. And since he wants to be, well, why envy? I'm telling him why. You said disrespectful shit to my wife.
What do you
And
say?
It's neither here nor there. To the point where my wife doesn't call you back anymore. And to the point when you started talking to psych meds, me and my wife had a conversation and said, well, maybe Tyrese was on those medicines when he said. But if you ever text me and my wife, you can't text me because I just unblocked you probably about a month ago when me and Charlamagne was talking, and he told me that you were on the psych meds and this is what it was.
This is
And
longer
that's
than
why
a month ago.
Yeah, that's what made me unblock you. So that was the reason why I stopped talking to you and will not reach out to you anymore, because I'm like, I don't want to remember my brother as that. And maybe you were going through problems. So if somebody if I talk to your
Maybe.
wife, disrespectful, I don't expect for you to come check on me.
Okay.
And that's how I felt at that time.
You did that to a lot of people, though, Ty.
But maybe
Okay.
y'all should have had this conversation.
Wait, no, listen.
This is great. We're having it when God wants us to have it.
That's it. And I'm going to say this, because this is not the first time I've said this. The things that I said and did, the people that I rubbed the wrong way, the things that I posted, my conduct overall that was literally out of my control. I've literally prayed that people can find it in their heart to not hold me to something that I said and did while I was literally out of my mind. And if we could expect God to give us grace, we should always extend that same grace. So what I'm saying to you is, everybody clearly could see that something was going on. This is not, something's happening. Crying video, what more do you want from me?
Congratulations.
Something is happening. And so now, when you're out of your mind, you don't go on Instagram and say, I just got off the phone and Will Smith is sending me $5 million when I never even talked to Will Smith.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you don't call Jada and say, I ain't no killer, but don't push me.
Right.
Revenge is like the sweetest joy next to
You
getting
said
pussy.
that?
Yeah,
Where?
I did. On the phone to Jada. Because I was like, maybe that'll help for her to
You
call
was hot
Will.
shit, yo. Ain't no way.
No,
What the
I really,
fuck?
yeah.
All right,
I said that.
I believe
But when
it.
he told me that,
Damn,
that's when
what?
I had grace. I was like, damn, Ty was
Yeah,
really
I
But
going
was
now
through it.
you think
Gone.
about it, what have I ever said about Tyrese?
Yeah.
Nothing. You
Nothing
right?
but positivity. In my book,
That's not true.
when I did interviews, there's nothing that I've ever said negative
We
about
didn't,
Tyrese.
we didn't show Tyrese a lot of grace when we was reporting those headlines. I can admit.
Okay,
And I remember being
that's-
up here
that's
reporting
what
a
I'm
headline
talk-
and you straight bust out laughing. He did it, you did.
And that's what I'm talking about. So I'm saying, literally, I don't do anything for anybody expecting anything in return but to say, well, you know what? I know that if my divorce had ultimately happened, I don't really know that I'd be sitting in front of Envy right now. So now extend that grace to me to say, I'm going to put myself in Tyrese's shoe. Whether it's drunk, whether it's psych meds, that's my brother. And when I leave this station, I still get to go home to a wife and a family. And for whatever reason, this nigga didn't even know my name. He was Envy. Your wife was on the phone, beautiful. You know, Rashawn. And I was like, who is that?
Yeah.
So everything that happened the way it did. And in my mind, I didn't look at it any other way but doing God's work. And in this room, in this situation, good seed is planted. So if my name ever come across the desk, if there's anything that y'all have to report, because you got the rumor report, you got things that you got a job to do. But the grace and the energy that I'm feeling from what's being reported doesn't feel like there's any connectivity to me at all.
Okay, let me jump in here because this is getting long-winded. Listen, they ended up both apologizing to each other, but the beige bandit, DJ Envy, seemed like his little Petey bird was still whacked. Let's talk about what the facts are. The facts are Tyrese planned the dinner for somebody he didn't even know, saying at the dinner, this normally costs thousands, probably tens, if not hundreds of thousands of dollars. Saying at the dinner, per beige bandit DJ Envy, he's part of the reason that him and his wife got back together. He flew in town just for them. And he spoke to these people for 2 months and acted as a pastor to their relationship. Now, DJ Envy want to try to basically downgrade that or downplay it by saying, oh, he's part of the reason. Okay, part. We're not going to say he the whole reason. If you want to give the other part to God, give it to God. But my thing is this, Envy, his only rebuttal, I'm talking about Envy's only rebuttal for why he stopped dealing with Tyrese was literally, oh, but I didn't appreciate the way you spoke to my wife. You were calling, cursing me out. You cursed Envy. I mean, not DJ, goddammit, Charlemagne and all of them. You cursed everybody out. You was going through it. Okay, fine. Let's just say leading all the way up into this point, you had an issue with him. Even though I caught you in a lie, because when Tyrese said I was on psych meds, you said I didn't know, but then you turned around and said my wife said maybe he's on the meds. Maybe he's having a psychotic issue or something. But nevertheless, let's just say now we're at this point and we understand it was a misjudgment of character during the time because he was not himself. What I want to know from the beige bandit DJ Envy is why is it that you still have this much vitriol for this man knowing now what you know? And then I'm with Tyrese. Why not extend the same grace? Why not call him back? Why not call him when you getting them crazy texts or whatever and say, bro, you good? What's going on? That would, to me, that would seem to be the most appropriate thing to do. And the reason I'm saying that, y'all, is because I had to learn this the hard way. You can't expect you out of other people. You just can't. I cannot expect me out of other people. For instance, I'm a Pisces. I'm a very emotional bitch. Do you hear me? Y'all think, you see how Krishan be doing the ugly cry, bitch? That be me sometimes. I ain't done it in a long time. Knock on wood. Thank you, Lord. But listen, I am an emotional bitch. Not only am I emotional in a sad way, but I'm a giver. I'm the type of person, I'm loyal to a fault, a huge fault. Like, I'm all of that. And I used to, for the longest time, I kid y'all not, all the way up to, I want to say maybe about 5 or 6 years ago, I always wondered why people did the things they did to me. Because in my mind, my first go-to is, I would never do that to them. Or my first go-to would be, oh, well, why don't they do like I did for them? Like, I done this for them. Now that I'm in need, why wouldn't they, reciprocate? I always used to think that. And you know how I used to get back at people back in them days? Whenever I felt like somebody purposely hurt my feelings or purposely tried to hurt me, I'm the get back bitch. Oh, I was. I'm not no more. But I was the get back bitch. I want you to hurt the way that I hurt so that you can understand the way you hurt me. Does that make sense? Like, for instance, let's just say you pinch me and now I got a bruise and it hurt. I'm just trying to give y'all a visual sense because I'm a visual bitch. If you pinch me and I got a bruise and it hurt, I'm gonna want to punch your damn shoulder off your chest. You feel what I'm saying? Because I need you to feel the way I felt because it wasn't even about the pinch. See, us Pisces, we emotional as fuck. It ain't about the actual pinch. It's the fact that you did it. So I want you to feel the hurt that I felt when you pinched my arm. So yeah, bitch, I'm about to knock your whole shoulder off your chest. Off your clavicle, that's the way I was. But I'm looking and listening to Tyrese and I'm realizing Tyrese was expecting DJ Envy to have the same grace and affection for him as he did for DJ Envy. Now, the beige bandit, see, this is what y'all have to know about beige bandits. See, this is a learning lesson right here. You can't trust them, first of all. Any nigga who would cheat with Erica can't be trusted. Let's start there first. But I'm saying all this to say, for real, Tyrese's issue is there's no reciprocity. Like, bro, like I did you a solid. I looked out for you on the low. Nobody knew. And I feel like you just basically threw me by the wayside. And that's the real issue here. It's just so funny how people would try to justify them being ain't shit niggas and bullshit bitches because DJ Envy won't sit up here and use the excuse that this man was sending vulgar text through the text messages and you cuss my wife and I don't play about my wife and do. Nigga, you's a bitch. I know niggas that'll slap you for just for being beige, you know. But the thing is that I have with DJ Envy is you're still holding on to the bullshit. Well, first let me back up. Number one, you didn't even call to check on him and say, bro, this not like you. What's going on? Then number two, you're gonna flip it around and be like, oh, because you cussed out my wife and da-da-da-da. And now that you know, let's just say you didn't know up until now. Instead of being like, you know what, bro? I stepped back because I thought at the time that was the best thing to do. But now that I know that, you know, you was going through a issue, I probably should have picked up the phone and called you, bruh. I probably should have went around there and checked on you, bruh. And I apologize for not being the friend that you was to me, even though you didn't know me from a can of paint. Yeah, instead of him saying that and being a man and standing in his shit, he's still holding on to the bull. Now, Tyrese, normally I drag you because you deserve to be dragged. Let's start there first. But in this situation, I got to help up for Tyrese. Tyrese. Listen. If y'all haven't watched this interview, go watch it because it's very telling. And it ain't really telling because we all know who DJ Envy is. He's never not been who he is. But it's just very disheartening to know that people like him, this lame ass nigga, this beige bandit, this beige what we gonna call him? A beige baboon. This beige baboon could literally sit across from this man and use the excuse as you disrespected my wife as the reason why you to this day still probably feel some type of way about it. I know he said he was sorry, but ultimately, I feel like I don't trust the nickel. You should have been dragging Erica. Erica! That's who you should have been dragging, but you ain't want that smoke because Erica was going to air you out. Do you hear me? Erica was going to raw you out on this internet, and she probably did. I got to go do my research. But you tread lightly on her. You did, because you ain't silly. You might be a Simon, but you ain't silly. Anyway, so that's my thoughts on it. I think that is messed up. Tyrese, you ain't got no friends, bro. And it might be you, because you getting into it with everybody. But at the end of the day, it might be you. And just not hilarious, just not funny. Shut up, girl. Because she just such a black male worshiper. Girl, let me get off of here. Anyway, y'all drop down in the comments and let me know what y'all think about this. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Follow me on all platforms. And remember, you can never expect a you out of somebody else. I'll see y'all who's later. Bye.
Mr. Carroll, how you give the voodoo doll time to talk? I don't get no fucking time to talk.
Who the voodoo doll is?
The nigga you just had up here.